hope you like my hair. It took a really long time and I'm not sure it looks that good. Today we're going to be trying the Lawless Flawless Finish Woke Up Like This foundation. You guys know I have been slowly working my way through the clean at Sephora department. I want to kind of like low-key get it out of the way so that we can start diving into more indie brands, but I feel like we need to cover our bases, so to speak. Wow! Anyway, this is a little different from the kind of stuff we've been doing on my channel lately because it's like full coverage satin finish, which is not normally my aesthetic. So for all of the full coverage girls out there, or the girls who are looking to kind of heal their skin, this is supposed to be a pretty full coverage, more makeup-y looking kind of foundation that's got very, very clean ingredients. So I'm going to zoom you guys in, we're going to start putting this on my face, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the product and what its promises are, and then we are going to do a full day wear test, and I will let you know how it goes. So let's do that. I always do a terrible job of saying that I'm going to do a wear test. I'm always just like, and we're going to do this foundation, and then like 10 minutes in the video, I'm like, oh, I'm wear testing this. If it's a foundation, you can pretty much count on me wear testing it. Ooh, guys, oh, I know that doesn't look like much, but I fell when I was hiking in Colorado, and I busted my elbow, and it feels really weird. It's not like broken or anything. I'm being dramatic, but it feels really weird. So, I am not going to like prime. I'm just gonna one of these, because, I don't know, I just kind of don't want to put something really slippery underneath. Ta-da! Let's first start by shaking this up a lot because it does kind of want to separate a little bit. It's got, you know, some yellowy pigments and then some kind of other things. The shelf life on this is 18 months, so even though it is clean AF, it still has like a really long shelf life, which is nice because it's a lot of product. It says shake well. Following directions. So this is $46 and you get 1 ounce, so pretty on par with your prestige foundations as they go. I mean, it's not as expensive as Ilia. I haven't done a full coverage makeup look in a really long time. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try and still keep it kind of like not too made up. Anyway, that is 1 pump. And it's got, you can see a little bit of sort of a serum-y texture to it. And that's not maybe the world's greatest match. I got it in the shade Mirage, and it's kind of yellow. That's okay, we're gonna test it anyway. I can always brighten it up with a little bit of concealer. I usually order foundations that have a yellow undertone to them because I have very golden undertones, but some foundations lean yellower than others, like the entire line leans yellower than others. I've heard that criticism about the Becca foundations. Even the Too Faced foundations, people have tended to say that they run a little bit yellow. Yeah, that's super yellow. I apologize for all humans, future, past. We're going to make it work. This is completely my fault because I did just kind of order it online instead of like going in and getting shade matched. It doesn't look that bad on camera, but it looks pretty crazy in person. I love a good wear test where I have to look crazy for a full 8 hours. Shade aside, shade choice and also my own personal shade. That is a gorgeous texture, like a gorgeous texture. I think I probably will exchange this if I end up liking it so that I can get the right color, but wow, 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 is that pretty. Now, what I've come to expect from these kinds of things is that they look really, really amazing when you first put them on, but over a few minutes, they dry down and they come to that satin finish that is kind of promising on the bottle, and then that's when I don't love it as much. I do like kind of a dewier skin texture, but we're gonna go ahead and go in with some concealer, get this party going on my face. I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define underneath my eyes and probably a couple other places to try and bring some light back into this look. Oh my god, I'm like almost out of this. Like hardly any product comes in these things. I know they're only like, you know, $7 or $8, but still, I need to buy them in bulk. Yeah, I haven't come across a full coverage concealer yet that is clean beauty, so that is something I'm in pursuit of. I'm planning to go clean in 2019, and not just because it has such a ring to it. I am loving the results that I'm seeing in my complexion as a result, as a consequence, whatever, as I've been using more clean beauty. It's just my skin thanks me. I can tell a difference. It just is brighter and clearer and younger looking and less dried out. But my skin also does like having kind of like a protective layer on it over the course of the day. So a lot of these foundations, like the oil foundations and stuff, they do tend to kind of, I don't know, leave my skin exposed over the course of the day. Does that make any sense? Like, my skin loves being under powder all day, and then when I take it off, it's like, thank you, because it like allows everything to kind of go through a cycle, like a shedding cycle almost. And so, I don't know, I'm actually really excited to try something that has more coverage to it. So that's not like a criminal offense right now, the color situation. It's not horrible. I'm on the fence here. I think if I use the RMS Unpowder, it's just not gonna powder this enough. Like, I want to because it's a really pretty mineral powder, but it is an unpowder and this is not an unmakeup. So I am going to use my Thrive if I can find it. Hello? Hello? Did I put it in a drawer like a normal person? It's always funny when I try and organize. Ah, here it is. Da, 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 da. Okay, so going in with the Thrive Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD Setting Powder. And this always increases your coverage just a little bit because it is an HD powder. So just keep that in mind. And I always like to give the first layer a spritz with some finishing spray just to kind of set it before I start putting more powder products on. So I'm going to do that real quick with my Urban Decay All-Nighter. Alright, I'm going to throw the rest of my makeup on really quickly, and when we come back, I will tell you guys about all of the promises and the details about this product, and we will also kind of talk about my first impressions after putting the rest of my makeup on and getting the dry down and everything. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. I have the rest of my makeup on. This is almost all Luscious Cosmetics on my face right now, and you will be able to see all of that in a video kind of coming out around this same time. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to come out, but I'm so stoked on the amount of glow on my face right now. But anyway, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty now about the Lawless foundation, kind of all of the promises and claims and ingredients and stuff, and then I'm going to zoom in and show you guys how it looks on first application, really close up. So we have kind of a benchmark to compare to, blah, blah, blah. It has 20 shades, so pretty good. I would say that they do lean a little white. Okay, like, I probably could have obviously found a better shade than I got, but like, when we get into the browns, y'all, there's not very many browns, okay? We're not really accounting for all of humanity. I'm not going to drag them because 20 shades is a lot, but this is a full coverage foundation, and so you do want to have a really precise match for a full coverage foundation, and I'm not sure that everybody will be able to find what they needed in this range. So, yes, full coverage for all skin types, natural finish, which I will agree. I think that, you know, it is a little more satin than natural, but it does lean a little bit glowier than some of the other full coverage foundations that I've used. This is a foundation formulated for all skin types with a buildable coverage and a fresh, radiant finish. This non-comedogenic, skin-nourishing formula won't clog pores. It wears comfortably throughout the day with a lightweight feel that won't fade or disappear. Antioxidant-rich, skin-balancing oils, including Abyssinica and Camellia oils, and hydrating shea butter help support skin's moisture barrier for a supple, youthful appearance. With this formula, you can achieve full coverage with a natural, skin-like finish that never looks cakey or dry. Okay, cool. We will be testing that because that, of course, is my chief complaint, is that I have dry skin. And if you put a full coverage foundation on me, especially one that is not, I mean, I've never met like a dewy full coverage foundation. Yes, I have. Anyway, then when you put a full coverage foundation on my face, I have dry skin and it just tends to look really cakey and crackly and gross over the course of the day. The product is cruelty-free, non-comedogenic, silicone-free, isododecane-free, perfume-free, and non-toxic. They say that this is clean AF, like I said, but they say that AF is always free of stuff that's bad for you. Okay. half. It says, makeup is sexy, makeup is transformative, makeup is art, and now makeup is safe too. At Lawless, I am committed to providing beauty products that are always free of ingredients that harm your skin, your health, the earth, and animals. I don't take the term natural lightly. We really are clean AF. Note, none of our ingredients are known to be cancer-causing or endocrine disrupting. Okay. Our flawless finish makeup is formulated for all skin types with medium to full buildable coverage and a fresh satin finish. This God, how many times are they gonna say non-comedogenic? Like 4 times a sentence. It's crazy. Formula won't clog pores. When you say it's non-comedogenic, that means that it won't clog pores. Like, you don't have to say that it's comedogenic and that it won't clog pores. And wears comfortably throughout the day with a lightweight feel that won't fade or disappear. Hope you enjoy playing with our makeup as much as I do. XO Annie, who I'm guessing is, the creator. Because this is a high pigment formula, as you shake and use your product, it may retain a pigmentation stain on the wall of the bottle. This will not affect the product inside or the way it pumps out. Yeah, that was one of the concerns that I had. I already chucked it across the room. Like, where did the foundation go? How am I like this? Yes, you can see that it does have, I'm not sure if you actually can, but it has kind of a yellowy stain on the inside of the bottle. You can see it a little better there, like right there. And that's what they're talking about. They're just saying that, like, because it's full coverage, the pigmentation is gonna, separate and kind of stain on the inside, but that it shouldn't affect the actual performance of the product. So we made sure to shake it really, really well before I started. This is kind of interesting because everything from the packaging to the name of this product being Woke Up Like This feels so much like the Il Makiage foundation. Like, it's crazy. They have the same name, they have the same packaging, they have a very similar bottle. I don't have it anymore. I gave it to my friend. I told you guys I went over to my friend's house and I gave them a bunch of my makeup that I hated, and it inspired me to one day film videos with my friends called My Friends Try Makeup I Hate, but we haven't done that yet. But anyway, that's where the Il Makiage foundation went. Let me see, like, who owned, like, Il Makiage versus Lawless. Ooh! Ooh! When you search Il Makiage on the first video, ooh! Okay, Google! Alright. I love being in search results. I hated that foundation, y'all. My hair looks cute in that video. They don't appear to be linked in any way. And I already like it better than the Il Makiage. I just think that that's a big coincidence, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. So, those are the deets on the Lawless foundation. Let me go ahead and get really, really close, turn my lights away, and you guys will see every flaw in this Lawless foundation, if there are any. I don't know. Hello! So, we do end up with that, like they said, medium buildable, kind of full coverage thing. But even though it is really dry and cold outside right now and my skin is reflecting that, you don't see it in the foundation, which is really nice. Normally underneath my eyes, especially if I kind of powder as much as I did, you'll be able to see a lot of kind of crepiness right here, and we're not getting that, which is really nice. This around my mouth, it's hard to say because I did put concealer there to try and kind of lighten the color up, but we still retained that nice satin finish that they're talking about. It does a good job of blurring my pores, and oddly, I feel like the color kind of figured itself out. I don't know why, but it's like the shade kind of self-adjusted a little bit because I don't feel crazy looking anymore, which is awesome. You can still see my kind of aggressive freckles under there a little bit, and I feel like that's because I took a little bit of extra care to make sure that I sheared it out where I didn't need it to be like crazy heavy. I appreciate that it is a formula that will do that because there are a lot of full coverage formulas where it's like you get one coverage level, one coverage plus, but you cannot minus it. It's not going to just like shear out and go pretty and dewy and like lighter coverage on you. This, you can do that to some extent, which I appreciate. So that is how it looks up close. For starters, it is, first thing in the morning right now. I am gonna wear this all day, and you guys, anybody who's been watching my channel for a while, you know what my expectations are, and they're not good. With a full coverage foundation, it is usually I expect it to break up and just get really gnarly on me, and I have a little more faith in this because it feels a little bit more flexible on my skin. It does have a little bit more of a serum consistency when you put it on, and the finish is not quite so drying. It's not like Fenty or something. So I have high hopes for this. Even though it's not necessarily my like first choice for a finish, I have high hopes for it. And I think it could be cool to have an option, right? A full coverage option when it comes to the clean beauty. So I feel very, very pretty, and I'm going to wear this over the course of my day, and I will be back with you guys in at least 8 hours. All right, guys, it is the end of my day, and I am pleased. There's a smile on my face, and it's because every time I have caught myself in a mirror today, I love how I look. I kind of have missed wearing heavier foundation, and I shouldn't say heavier foundation, more coverage in a foundation. Lately, I haven't even been wearing foundation at all for the most part, especially going on vacation and everything, just kind of, you know, spot concealing here and there, using multi-sticks and stuff, which I love. It's very much my everyday, super easy face of makeup, helps me feel confident, ready to get out the door kind of thing. But there is something to be said for catching your reflection over the course of the day and being like, I look snatched. And this foundation makes me look snatched. The color integrity of the makeup that I put on top of it 8 hours ago that is still so vibrant and pretty and diffused exactly where I put it. Even the highlight is just so, like, everything just stayed so true. Really, really impressed. And I love mentally just knowing that these ingredients are awesome and there's nothing bad in it that's going to hurt my skin. I just think that it's really, really cool to have an option in the clean beauty category that's as full coverage and as bulletproof as this. And it doesn't feel really heavy on my skin. I would say that the finish reminds me the most of the BH Cosmetics Full Coverage Foundation, which I do love the appearance of, but this is more comfortable and feels more long wearing, and it's more flexible on my face. I'm gonna zoom in here in a second and you'll see that it has not broken up on me the way that a lot of them do. And I really go the extra mile to make sure, like, to give every single foundation its best chance. And I will say, I mean, it's only like 65 degrees today. This is not a summer wear test, but my skin is also really prone to being dry this time of year. So it would show on a full coverage foundation too, in a bad way, if my skin got really dry underneath this. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I'll turn my lights away. So this is what we're working with 8 hours later. I really don't have any complaints. I am used to this texture for full coverage because yes, it is just a little bit more made up looking, but this particular foundation still gives me some semblance of it maybe being skin. I think that like the untrained eye would not be like, oh, she's got a pile of makeup on. Like, it doesn't look like a pile of makeup, but it is still full coverage, which is just so cool. Because I know that there are women out there who prefer full coverage and like the finish of it, but still want their makeup to be clean and to be without all of the kind of scary ingredients that are okay to put in makeup these days. So this is such a great option. I'm really impressed. Up close and personal, like, there's a little bit of wear, obviously, especially where I had the concealer. The concealer, you know, it's not the foundation wear test. Like, it's gonna be a little bit crepey and things like that, but I don't feel embarrassed. I actually feel really confident and pretty. And I think that, like, in all of the places where most of the full coverage foundations really betray me, which are usually kind of where I eat, where everyone eats, their mouth. I don't know why I always say it like that, but that's like what comes to mind. It's just like, this is where I eat and this is where I wipe my nose. That's just how it's gonna be. It didn't come off. It didn't, like, you know, show skin through that and look really cakey in contrast where, you know, you wipe off the makeup and it's like skin, makeup. Like, it didn't do that. And I also really love that we managed to kind of like preserve the integrity of all of my contour and highlight and everything. This just hits all the marks for me when it comes to a full coverage, all natural kind of clean foundation. And just all that that entails, knowing that it is going to look like makeup. At the end of the day, like, it's not going to look like your natural skin, but it does look really, really beautiful. And I really feel awesome about this face of makeup. I feel really, really pretty. So again, this is in the shade Mirage. I think because I like it so much, I'm going to go to Sephora and get it switched out for the right shade, which will probably be the same, like, lightness, the same paleness, but just the neutral version instead of the yellow golden undertoned version because, well, I would just say that the yellow golden undertone foundations in this range are going to be really yellow undertoned, and so it was a little too yellow slash olivey green even in some lights for me, but I think that, you know, we managed to kind of close the gap to some extent, but I like it enough that I want to continue wearing it, you know, in my own free time off camera, so I will go to Sephora and get it switched out for the right color. So those are my thoughts, you guys. I'm just so excited to be able to explore this whole realm of clean beauty and to be able to still show really versatile options, like a whole range of options. So if you guys have anything that you are interested in, anything that you are curious about that you're seeing, you know, across the World Wide Web, then let me know, because like I said, this is not necessarily what I would always go for. I wouldn't necessarily say like I'm a full coverage foundation kind of person, but as they go, this is gorgeous, and I really, really like it, and I feel so much better about this on my skin than the mysteries that are in so many of the other kind of prestige foundations that you pay just as much for at Sephora. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to keep hanging out with me on this channel, guys, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. Thank you so much for watching today and hanging out with me. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.